When you have ADHD, you're always looking for good tools that will help you organize. And sticky notes are one of the best. And I'm going to give you 9 reasons why it's one of the best to have them. And reason number one is going to be that you use them for reminders. Now, they are probably one of the best reminder tools that you can get. And the reason I say that is because I have electronic reminders all over the place. I have them on my cell phone. You get them for like notifications for text message, get it for notifications for emails. You have calendar appointments on there. You get notifications for that. You get notifications for those spam things that come across in your text messages, in your email too. Or you get this big, sale kind of text message or whatever to remind you. You get that text message. And I get so many notifications that I'm just like, okay, that's another notification, but which one is it? Then I gotta look and find out, okay, that's not even the one that I want. So I tend to ignore some of them because, hey, I'm doing something. I'll look at it later. Now, if you have a sticky note and you put it somewhere, the good thing about it is as you pass by it or see it, you're going to look and see what you wrote down because when you have a sticky note, you know whatever you wrote on that sticky note is important. Let me check and see what's on that sticky note there. Oh yeah, I need to go to the store today. Or maybe you have one on your computer and then you occasionally look up and say, oh yeah, I need to make sure that I get that done today. It's going to be one of the best ways to remind yourself because it's always in your sight as you pass by, as you're there, as you look at it. You're like, okay, I now know there's something I have to do. There's something that I need to be reminded about. And so I'm going to go check that sticky note. And speaking of going to the store, use a sticky note for your grocery list. I personally do not want to carry around a big sheet of paper for my grocery list. It's much easier. Use a little sticky note and write the 4 or 5 things that I need down on there. The other thing is, has the adhesive. So if you have a wallet, you can just put it right on the wallet and it will help. It will be held there, right? Or the other cool thing is, because of the fact that it's so small, if you have a foldable wallet or purse or whatever, you can have that sticky note inside there because it's being folded up. And because it has the adhesive, it's not just going to fall out as soon as you open the wallet. Now, another thing that you can do is color organize or color code things. And what I mean is that if you have a family with multiple members in the family, then what you can do is assign each one a color. And that way, when you walk by and see that color sticky note, you know it's for the specific family member. And when they see it, they know it's for them as well. Now, another way that you can use it is if you have different employees and you're trying to figure out which person is doing which part of the project, you give them a color. And that way you can say, okay, this part of the project is this color, that part of the project is this color, that part of the project is this color. Hey, you're going to do this part and you're going to do that part. And when you see these notes, then you know it's for the specific part of the project. Something else that you can use sticky notes for is going to be labels. You can label just about anything with a sticky note because of the adhesive. So you can put it a lot of different places. And for me, maybe it's some food in the refrigerator that someone else is in the house or apartment that tends to eat my food, right? Well, I have a sticky note on there, slap it on my food so they know it's my food. Or if I have a folder that I want to know what's inside the folder, or there's a note from somebody else that they have to put on the folder so I know what's going on. There you go, slap a label on the folder and then you know what's inside or what is the important message. Now, another great thing that you can use a sticky note for is going to be a bookmark. What you can do is put it kind of at the end of the page on the side, and that way when you see it, you know that is the place that you need to go to. And if you have different colors for different things, you automatically know it's related to that subject. Or you can put it up at the top and have it stick out like that way. Or the other great thing is, if you want to have a little note inside the book as you open it, and you can look at that note and know, hey, start down at this page, or this is a really important thing about this page, you have it inside the book. And that way you have something there that will help you kind of find your place or remember something important. And the adhesive is going to make sure that it stays there so it doesn't just fall out as soon as you open the book as well. Now, another great thing is sticky notes make a great brainstorming tool. So any surface that you can stick a sticky note on, it allows you to write one idea on an individual sticky note and then stick it on that surface. Then write another idea, stick it on the surface as well. And then what you end up with is a whole bunch of ideas on this surface with different sticky notes, and you can go through and look at them and see which ones are good and bad. Another great thing is if you have a whole bunch of different ideas, but you want to put them and organize them in a specific kind of order, then you can just move them because of the adhesive. You can take one from over here, put it over there, and vice versa. And so it makes the brainstorm process a lot easier to organize. And then if you have ideas that are just like, hey, I don't need that idea anymore, you can just take it off. And that way you're just left with the ideas that you want to use. Now, another thing that you can use sticky notes for is a to-do list, because of the fact that sometimes a big to-do list is just not going to work for you or for somebody else. And the great thing is, instead of doing a big to-do list, you can use a sticky note to put one thing on it, or maybe two things, or maybe three things. But if you want to have individual sticky notes for each thing that you want to do during the day, if you have like two or three things that you need to do, and as you complete them, you just take the sticky note off your folder or whatever, then you can do that and mark them off once they're complete. Now, another thing that sticky notes are great for is inspiration, because you can write different daily affirmations on your sticky notes if you want to. And that way you can look at them and say, okay, yeah, I like that daily affirmation. That's going to inspire me. And the cool thing is you can put them on your mirror, you can put them around your house or apartment, and you can just stick them anywhere. And as you pass by them, you'll stop and look at them and say, I like that one. That does inspire me today. Maybe as you get up, or hey, you are going to accomplish great things today. You have that on your bathroom mirror. As you go and look in your mirror, you see it. Or as you walk out the door, say, hey, don't forget your keys. And I know that you found them, and I know you have them right now. And that may be a daily affirmation for you, right? That might be something that inspires you to make sure you have your keys. And when you do, it might make you smile. Hey, I have my keys as I'm going out the door. Now, another great thing about sticky notes is they make you pause. Just from seeing the sticky notes, you have to pause and read it. And maybe that 2-3 seconds that you're reading the sticky note is all you need to make a better decision. For example, if you're shopping and you have a note on your wallet or inside your purse, whatever, as you go to get your credit card, whatever to pay for whatever you're trying to pay, if you have something on there that says, do you need this? Then you're going to read that note. And for 2 or 3 seconds, you're going to think about if you really need that thing or you just find it on impulse. And so that little sticky note will help you just stop for a second and think about things for a second or two. And sometimes that's enough to decide, hey, I don't need to do this or go there or do whatever, because it's not really a good decision. Now, something else that you can use sticky notes for is to make a coaster. If you want to have a coaster in your house or apartment, you're like, I really want something to put drinks on and I don't want to mess up my table, you can take a sticky note, slap it down, and use it as a coaster, because they are at least thick enough that they won't let the water or whatever that you have on that coaster go through and hit your table. And the great thing is they're just the size of a coaster too. And the other cool thing is, if you have a stack of sticky notes, you have guests, you can say, hey, put a sticky note down there, sticky note down there, sticky note down there, and you have multiple little coasters. And now another thing you might want to think about is how color organization can help you keep you more organized. I have a video on that, and it tells you how to do that and why it's good to use color organization as well. And you can watch that video right here.